You guys, I got COVID. Now, no matter where you stand politically when it comes to COVID, this video is not that. And what I'm gonna be sharing in this video is my experience going through this. This is in no way me giving advice to you on what you should do if you get COVID. This is simply how I cared for myself holistically and as naturally as possible. In this video, I'm gonna cover the timeline of how this came on because it came on really quick. I'm gonna cover the symptoms that I felt, what I ate, what I did, what supplements I took, and what I've learned after having gone through this. Now, I have to be totally honest with you guys. I did not think that I would be getting COVID. I haven't been sick in years, and I have not had COVID at all this whole time that it's even been around. So I thought, okay, I'm going to really dodge this bullet and probably not get it just because I keep my immune system really healthy with the foods I eat. But lo and behold, here we are. And these are the reasons I feel that I did get it. The week before was like the most insane, stressful week for me that I've had in a really long time. I was having to take care of an injured family member as well as all of their animals, and they have a lot of animals. My workload really shot up in that week, which was awesome, but it's literally just me and Chris trying to do the work of many people. So that was stressful. Taking care of my kids and being a full-time mom as well, and dealing with another family medical emergency. It was a lot going on. And because of that, I wasn't getting a ton of sleep that week. It was a super stressful week. In the midst of all of that, at Chris's work, he was just saying all these people have come down with COVID. Literally everyone I'm around every single day, all of them have COVID. So last Thursday, Chris started feeling really sick and he's like, I'm not gonna go to work. I just feel like I've possibly got this thing. I said, okay, let's hold down the fort. This was just one more thing to add on my plate, but I was spinning all the plates and I thought, okay, I'm gonna do my very best to keep me and the kids healthy. And we kind of isolated him as much as possible. I got the kids proactively on some homeopathic medicine, as well as giving them lots of juices and smoothies and just trying to do whatever we could to just get a little bit more vitamin C and just some nutrients into our bodies so that we did not get sick as well. Because if you're a mom, I'm sure you feel the same. Like, give me all the sickness, but please, whatever I can do to not let it come on my kids, that is what I want done. Literally 24 hours later, it was like that, and I felt the exact same symptoms that he had. So by Friday, I was like, oh man, I'm totally hit with this same thing. And we had some COVID tests at home, so we decided to test ourselves and see if it was truly COVID or if it was just, a flu. And we both tested positive. So we were like, okay, that is that. I was super glad that it happened on a Friday for me because then that meant I had the weekend to really just rest and take it easy. So the initial symptom that I experienced was a really intense headache. Now, I don't get headaches ever. And so I would equate this to possibly like migraine level. And the next symptom that I felt was a lot of body aches. I kept thinking, did I do like a really hard workout yesterday? Because my muscles just were aching. My butt muscles in particular, my glutes were super sore. And I was like, what is going on? And then I was like, oh, I'm just really achy. And I just felt really tired. I had a lot of pressure and just pain behind my eye sockets. So any eye rolling, which yes, I do often, was out of the question. Rolling my eyes was really, really painful. And that was actually probably something that was good for me to stop doing. And I bundled up and I had the chills slightly, and that was it for those first 2 days. And in my experience, those first 2 days were the most intense. I found this to be really weird because I felt like the symptoms every day, you didn't really know it was coming. The only way that I had an idea of what was coming was what Chris was experiencing the day before me. On that first day, I slept for a chunk of 3 hours, which I literally never have the time to do. Sleeping is something that is so important to recovery. On day 3, I felt amazing. I was like, is this it? Are we done here? Is that the end? This was Chris's day 4, and he was starting to just feel like he had a head cold, but not super duper sick. So the next day, I, again, followed in Chris's suit and had those kind of head cold symptoms or like a sinus infection symptoms. So just kind of like I have cotton in my head, a little bit of something going on in my nose, but no cough, no lung situation for me, no fever, nor any sore throat. And so from there on out, I would say I was about 85 to 95% fine. I attribute this fast healing to a few things. On the first couple days, I really didn't have much of an appetite. And so I just really honored my body when When I wasn't hungry, I didn't eat. And if I was hungry, I was trying to feed myself nutritious things that would actually aid in healing. I had a mild loss of my taste and a mild loss of my smell, but I could still generally smell and taste everything that I was eating or any smells around me. It actually felt really similar in food aversions to the same ones that I had in both of my pregnancies. And then there were smells that just seemed really, really strong and I had an aversion to. So there's a few things I'm gonna go into now that I feel really did help my natural healing in this kind of situation. First and foremost, I believe in the power of prayer. And so that was something that we were doing a lot and just asking for God to bring healing to our bodies and not let our kids get it. Secondly, a sauna. I have this little portable sauna and it has just been a huge key in me detoxifying in general. But whenever I'm sick, you better believe I'm gonna break out that sauna and sweat and sweat and sweat just to aid my body in eliminating toxins and to just get this stuff out of my system. So I did a sauna once or twice a day and sweating was so helpful. I also did Epsom salt baths once or twice a day all the way up to my neck and just really got as hot as possible to get it out. I did water enemas to help my body flush out toxins, all the eliminative ways that I could possibly think of to get this out of my body. That's what I did. I eliminated through my skin, through the colon. I made sure that I did a neti pot every single day. I gargled with salt water. And also I heard about this little kind of nasal rinse / gargle that you can do from this podcast right up here. It's supposed to be really helpful when you've come in contact with somebody with COVID or if you've just been around a ton of people and you think that somebody may have been sick. Now, as far as foods, like I said, I wasn't hungry all the time and I did honor my body with that because I believe in the same way that if your dog or cat gets sick, you see them stop eating, you see them stop drinking, they're in the corner resting, not eating or drinking, and then all of a sudden they come back in a day or so and they're feeling so much better. I believe that's the same for us. Fasting as a healing tool, I think, is very, very powerful. So I did listen to my body when I wasn't hungry, I just didn't eat. But when I was hungry, I focused on raw garlic, I focused on ginger, I did a lot of warm water with ginger and lemon. I did some juice shots, which I'm showing right here, and this is something that is very powerful, very potent, and something that I like to do whenever I'm feeling sick. Fruit was really calling to me, and I totally leaned into that because fruit is very astringent and something that can really help detoxify the body. So I had lots and lots of fresh orange juice. I really wanted fresh berries, so I had strawberries and blueberries and raspberries, a ton of green juice as well. On the first day, I made this really easy vegetable soup that just kind of felt warm and cozy to all of us. And then throughout the next few days, I just did salad if I could stomach it, but my portions were super small because I just wasn't hungry. I did this miso soup also. Although there were a few times I was really feeling like I wanted chocolate, I just did not listen to that part of my body because I know that processed sugar, artificial sugars, refined sugars are something that is really not helpful when your body is trying to heal. We have a wonderful friend who makes a ton of home remedies, and he brought over homemade elderberry syrup, a gargle that contained colloidal silver. I'm not huge on isolated supplements, but I did supplement with zinc, vitamin D3, liposomal vitamin C, and super quercetin. We were able to go outside on our deck, all bundled up, and just get fresh air and sunshine on our faces and our hands and forearms, even for like 20 to 30 minutes. And whether or not the sun was in the right place for getting optimal vitamin D or not, it just felt absolutely amazing. I also used my absolute favorite Heal All Detox Tea. Dr. Morse has a really great one, but when they're out of stock, I use this one. This is a really detoxifying tea, so I thought, hey, this is not going to hurt. And I've been having this on a daily basis as well. And then just using Dr. Morse's GI Broom and GI Renew just to get things moving. So this started for me on Friday of last week. It is now Wednesday, and with the exception of just a little bit of stuffiness in my nose, I feel totally fine. Obviously, I'm still trying to be cautious. I'm not going out and about as I would do if I had any kind of sickness. I would want to stay away. If our body's not working on digesting, it can work on healing. So really easy digestible things like juices and salads and vegetable-based soup were kind of like the key for me. If I felt tired sleeping and just laying down, I didn't really do anything crazy. I looked at this from a holistic perspective and just tried to put every single weapon of detox that I possibly could on myself during these days, and I really feel that is what helped me get through this ultra quick. Check out this video right up here. I give you some recipe ideas to boost your immunity, and these things are really helpful, easy to make in your house. Stay healthy, honor your body, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.